Let's get this.
Boom bang! We're back. One Deck Two podcast back with another one. Episode 64.
Huh? What?
Joking.
Where is it?
Episode 62.
Huh?
We're in the. It's 63. Fuck knows, man. I'm lost, man. Where are we, bro? Where are we?
Wait,
It's 62.
62.
All right, cool. You see, you tried to throw me off. Episode 62. We're back in the car, and we got another special guest. Crazy fingers, yeah. You see them man on the deck,
Pause.
crazy
I'm
fingers.
joking.
Yeah, that it's pause worthy though, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a bit of a why, but yeah. Me and this young man go way back. You get what I'm saying? Clean-hearted brother, doing big things. Very, very, very underrated. But you'll find a little bit more about him, man. So make some noise for Rickstar's in the building. What yoy? Well, go on, Rickstar.
I'm good, man. I'm here, man. You know.
In the building, you know. Now I'm tell you something, Rickstar. Let me tell you a couple things before we start. Yeah.
I'm worried.
Like, I think I met you like War FM days.
Yeah.
And just humble you. You know, loves the music. Showed a lot of respect to the man them that have been doing this thing. Like, you know, he's just humble. So we start following each other, and you know what I mean, mutual respect. Then I see the man put on a one-man party. Before all these men were brave enough to put on the one-man party,
I'm glad you said that.
Rickstar put on the one-man party.
Look,
I'm saying, listen, you can't put on a one-man party, bro. Like, I like, because it's not been done. I'm not saying like, I'm doing it. Like, because I know, I believe in myself.
and I was doing it long before you lot, everybody even saw it. I was doing it long before. I was doing it since 2009, 2010.
See what I'm saying? One-man party for himself, the only DJ, the only host.
For the whole night?
Him
no
selling tickets. Like
7 till 3 a.m.
Him on his own. Selling tickets.
7
like,
p.m.
till 3 a.m. Every genre.
Now,
Jesus,
obviously, man can play, innit? Like, we all know that man can play. You know, we all know that man like me done a 24-hour set. You know, you get me? No, I'm joking.
I salute you for that.
The point is, we all know we can play, but believing in your source enough to say, I'm gonna promote an event, and I'm the only DJ. You gotta believe in yourself, and to pull it off on a numerous occasions, not just one time. I definitely respect you for that. I've seen other people do it since. I'm not saying that they copied you because they may not have known, but for what I know, for me personally, you're the first person I see do that. So I've got to give you your kudos.
Thank you,
know
sir.
what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna give you your self-raising flower for that. You know what I mean? You know,
Not playing.
no, because you know, like they like to give man flowers and that. You know, we gotta give you them flowers while they're alive, but we're doing it different. You know, we're
Self-raising.
gonna give you a dumpling. That's the way we're giving you self-raising flowers. You get me?
That's fine.
That's the new One Deck Two. Yeah, you're gonna get your dumplings, isn't it?
That's acceptable.
Yeah,
That's
you're gonna get your
acceptable.
dumplings, Bridget.
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rickstar's in the building. Tell us a bit about Rickstar.
In terms of me and DJing or just me in general?
No,
we
DJ.
don't care about.
We don't care about
Okay.
you.
We don't care about you.
Facts.
You and your 50 kids or anything.
Yeah, we don't care about you. We don't care about you.
Me DJing. Okay. What, like just in a little overbrief or from the beginning?
Like when did Rickstar start?
Yeah. How did Rickstar start? Because the fact is, yeah, as simple as it is, yeah, you've been around for a very long time. For your age, you've been doing your thing for a minute. As I said, you put on events on your own. I think you should be bigger than you are. But you know, the game is the game, innit? Like, there's many different reasons why some people blow, and it's not always talent. It's not always talent.
We can get into that.
But so I'm saying it's very interesting to find out everyone's story. That's what we built this podcast for. Like, we speak to so many different. We've had like maybe 150 DJs on as guests. Do you get what I'm saying? And what we do is just get to know them, we get their opinions on things. But it's always interesting to find out what got you into it. How was your start, and how has your journey gone? Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, give us a.
So from the beginning, music has run in the family. I've got artists, big artists that are close family members.
Like
Terry Linen, Maxi Priest, their family. You know, growing up hearing them. Hearing Maxi, you know, practicing upstairs in my auntie's house. with some of the rest of them from Saxon. From then, you know, the typical every Sunday, mum's playing music. My parents are very, as they say, opposites attract. My mum's the humble Christian, and my dad's the gunman. That's exactly as it is. Literally, it is literally angel and devil in the house, and we're all three of us are Aries, so you know how that goes already. My dad had me at 58, so I'd never met the younger side of my dad. I met the old man, do you know what I mean? But from what I heard when he was younger, it was very similar to me, you know, didn't ramp, you know, lit, love music, always in a party, the first person on the dance floor. Because before so I grew up like that, so before DJing, at a party, I was that first person, I knew how to break dance, pop lock, handstands, I could do all of that. From I was like...
Sorry, just want to say, big up your father though, 58.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm at 58.
I love that. He weren't ramping.
Yeah.
He weren't ramping.
Yeah, it runs on my dad's side of the family. My dad's oldest brother, he's 93 now. He got married. He got married.
You had a few last week.
No, he at 78.
Oh my god.
And he got married the other day at 93.
I said 78.
Yeah. He didn't want the daughters on the pension, boy. So he said, "Let me just
Man, you know what?
mess up the family."
No, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I'm at the age where like I'm just turned 40, and I've got a 18-month-old son. I've got big kids, but my youngest is 18 months, and I'm saying, yo, this old dad thing. I'm not cut out for this old dad thing. You get what I'm saying? This little you's running around and that. I'm just watching him. Like, I'm waiting for him to get close so I can grab him because I can't chase him. I'm just waiting for him to get close. Once I get close, I'm gonna grab him. Yeah, my back's gone. So I can't imagine at 58 or 78.
Yeah. So for me, it was like I was growing up from I was 2 years old. It was my first time I was 2 years and 10 months old. Went to Jamaica, and from 2 years old till 17, 18, I went to Jamaica every single year. Every year, either once or twice a year, without fail. So every school holiday, my mum will take me out of school 2 weeks early and bring me back 2 weeks late. And because the teachers were always Caribbean, she'll just, bring them a little Blue Mountain coffee or a bottle of rum.
Two bulla.
To sweet them up, innit? So they always kind of allowed me, even though I was a brat in school.
I said 2 bulla. I said, don't worry about your education, take 2 bulla.
Literally, it was that. And growing up, going back home, hearing, obviously I'm from the countryside, having the big sound system string up, and just feeling, not just hearing, just feeling bass. So when I come back, like little clubs, for example, what's now Hatch, used to be Le Fez. I used to sneak in there when I was like 13, 14. So I got my mum going to church and my dad downstairs. I wait for mum to come back, and I remember I had my BMX bike locked up downstairs, and my dad had his ladders by my window, climb out, cycle to New Cross, and I'm using, anyone that knows me from when I was young, I was terrible with directions. I'm using A to Z to ride to back roads to New Cross, dash my bike in the bush and just wait for them to open the doors and try running. And one of my uncles was a security guard, so he would just say, "Oh, all right, just go and hide in the toilet," and I'll come bang on the door when the dance is packed. I'll be at the bar with like £3.50, £4 change. "Excuse me, can you buy me a cherry bee?" Like, I was a kid, but I just wanted to hear loud music. Because I'm so used to, because back home there's no aid.
The rave,
Literally, yeah.
Man hiding in the man's in the rave, the big rave. And you see La Fez back in the day, La Fez was all right, for those who don't know, La Fez is a notorious club in New York, in New Cross, yeah. A lot of big dances go on there, a lot of vibes go on there. But how I used to call it the Tin Club, because the walls were silver. Everything was silver. They had like it's like a zinc club. It was bad, but enough things used to go on in there. But literally, I wouldn't be like, a little 13-year-old hiding in the toilet. It's a bit mad.
Like hiding in it until the dance is packed, in it. And then my uncle come bang on the door and say, "Alright, come in now." And I'll just mingle. People just thought I was the owner's child or something. Why is this you in the dance? And I'll always be standing up near the speakers or by the stage just watching. And I didn't have an interest in music at all. I learned, when I fast forward school times, I learned to play, my parents, the people that brought me up, they, like my babysitters, they owned a church, like a massive church in South London. So when they were babysitting me, the Sunday time, they'll just bring me to the church. Whereas my mum started going to a different sort of church. So it will be like, so Sunday time now.
Alright, bro. Sorry, you're confusing me.
Just wait.
Alright.
So Sunday time now, out of respect for them, you know, my dad will say, you know, just let them take Ricky, let them take Rick to church. So Sunday morning, I'm doing 10 till 12 there, and I come back. Oh, 3 o'clock, Ricky, you put your clothes on. You come in church with me. So my older cousins now used to laugh. They were like, "Boy, Ricky, if anybody I reach heaven, it's you first. Sunday I got to church." Like, you know what I mean? They will, and then hearing the instruments and stuff in the church. Like I loved, like so I learned to play the drums. I learned to play the drums pretty young, and I loved it. Even nowadays, once in a while I just book Pirate Studio and go in there and just mess about for an hour or two, and then go in the DJ room and DJ. And it was just always around. So gone through school, never cared about music, seen friends emceeing in the playground and all that. Never interested. I never liked grime at all. I used to listen to different stuff. Like growing up, I've always listened to hip hop, but I listened to, it sounds mad, I listened to people like, obviously Mobb Deep. I listened to people like Nelly, which a lot of people don't understand why, but I'll tell you why.
On,
you see like when Future came in. See like when Future and Young Thug came in, people know what the hell are they saying. I like the fact that a man can come in, talk his lingo, and you don't necessarily fully understand it, but people going mad. So I respected it for that.
Nelly's not shit though.
No, but you know, want to come and take a ride with me?
Nelly, do you know who Nelly? Nelly in the same category as, and you're not gonna think I'm mad. I put him and 50 in the same category because they don't need to make no music. But if they can, they'll drop a hit.
You put Nelly and 50 in the same category.
In the same category.
No.
For their boroughs.
Nelly's a big.
No, listen.
Big like businessman.
Nelly,
money man.
Nelly as an artist, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he was. I'm not gonna say he was shit.
I'm talking Nelly before the album.
Yeah, when he first came in the game, yeah, when he came in with Country Grammar, I thought he was dope.
Mama, I
thought he was dope.
But there's songs on that thing, even songs with Lil Wayne. There's even songs in there with Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne was like 15, 16.
Yeah,
I think he was fire.
I think Nelly's good, but what I think happened is I think it's a bit like.
He understood
when Chipmunk did the Chip Diddy Chip and didn't, but if he Oopsie Daisy or whatever, yeah, that's it, and didn't come. If you imagine he didn't come out of that, imagine he just bust because you got look. I remember like just quickly going off on a tangent, like Tinchy Strider, like when he was doing the radio sets as the little youth coming through, but when he went pop, if that's your like. To me, it's just too quick because I didn't hear a lot of him other than if you didn't catch him in the early days, you just think of him as the pop artist. And I think that's what happened with Nelly. I think if you blinked, you missed the good part of Nelly.
True.
And now you just put him with the
true.
You know what I mean?
I
in the
feel
pop
like
world.
he got the patterns. Okay, cool. I've already made my money off the albums. That's gonna pay me for life. Okay, this road, it's easy. Like Timbaland. Timbaland knows how to make a hit and make bread and cut. And I feel like he just caught, okay, let me just stay in this lane, mash this bread, and come back every now and then, every 2-3 years, drop a single, make some money, and cut. And I feel like that's what it was. But he can still bar if he needs to. People gonna be looking at this thinking I'm nuts.
Hold on, what bars have you heard of Nelly? Like, give me a, because you know anybody that I think is a barer, I should be able to tell you a bar. And I don't think like underlay EI.
No, but I'm going by the way things like I'm a person when I listen to a song and I fully don't get it, I'll go and read the lyrics and then listen to it again and I'll be like raw.
That's what you said.
Give me a bar then.
Then you get it. I can't think off the top of my head.
Give me Nelly's top bar.
I can't think off the top of my head. But that first album, even if you go back to some of the other songs on the first album that ain't the chart ones, because what he done wrong, he only put out maybe 2 or 3 music videos off the album, but there's stuff in there.
Yeah, but that's normal though.
Yeah, but there's stuff in the album that would never go that far. But
I'm not gonna lie though, Nelly's Tipture video, after dark, let's change what you're saying. as an early
I'd up in the dark with the MTV bass lines.
I was watching MTV bass.
That video was
waiting. Your mum saying, "Go to bed." You say, "Wait, mum, just one more
minute.
video."
I remember my mum. You have to remember, I'm a lot younger. My mum was like, "You still downstairs by the NTL." Like NTL, innit?
NTL, you know.
What's that cable? Or something?
Yeah,
Like a
cable,
cable.
like a cheaper version of
NTL, you know.
Everyone's uncle had to sit into chip the
chip boxes,
so you
yeah.
get free movies and all games and all that. Yeah,
Mad.
So going back to the story.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
Fast forward.
You fucked us up with that Nelly.
You're like, Nelly!
He's like, whoever's watching this, just turn it off. This guy's wilding. But fast forward to 2007 now. My dad's got sick. So like I said, every year we'll go as a family. My dad's gone out there and he stayed this time. He had a few houses out there. Go look after them, whatever. But my dad retired when I was born, innit? So 58, he was done. And my mum retired a little bit after.
Is your mum like same age?
No, there's
obviously,
there's
58-year-old woman. Alright, obviously.
No, my parents, there's a 30-year age gap.
Okay.
So my mum retired at 30.
Okay, so no, alright.
So when he was
just saying,
27, mum
the
had
respect I had for your dad before was up there, but now it's up there.
Yeah. So
So,
so 28 and 58. So mum retired at 30. Dad retired at what 61, 62. So mum's still not. She just come over. She's chilling now. She hasn't worked since 30 years old.
30?
Yeah, and she's 60.
That's sad.
She's 60.
Mommy worked in 30 odd years.
For this year.
She retired early, like this. Just saying
30?
30 odd years.
So literally, mum, I literally got home from sixth form. My mum was like, "I need to help your dad. He's sick." So my mum literally just packed a bag and left.
Bro.
And my parents are very strict, very, very strict. And as well as, I'm not staying in no one's yard. No one's staying in this yard. You know, I ain't lived nowhere. I ain't stayed nowhere my whole life besides my yard. My parents are very, very strict. And
But you still managed to fucking run into the fence at 13.
yeah, of course. And so they left. I was working. Now,
So you're in England on your own now?
yeah, I'm here by myself.
Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have four. I have four
Older
siblings.
ones?
Yeah, four older ones. One brother Jamaica and America, and my two sisters here.
Okay.
But we've never been that close because they're all halves.
Okay.
So we've never been close. But I'm the only one from my mum.
Yeah.
So fast forward now, I'm here working one job, killing myself, and I said, "Child, let me try something else." So I started working in anyone that knows me, I'm a hands-on person, you know, painting, decorating, building, anything. So I said, "Child, let me try a different lane." I started working in a clothes shop. So I'm thinking, I'm warm. Do you know what I mean? I'm not killing my back. I'm going home and I'm not tired. This is new for me. And I started literally getting back into music more. And I started just burning off seed. And I wanted to make extra cash. My parents ain't here. And my dad's sick, so I refuse to phone my mum. Mum, I need help. My whole life, I refused to do that. So I've literally just started burning off people's albums. Weekend, I'm not working. I'm cycling around South London or skating around South London with my rucksack on, selling people's albums.
So you're Chinese, man?
Yeah, literally selling people's albums.
Like on a random as well.
Yeah.
As a bootlegger?
Every weekend. So
So you just out this, yo, I got the latest Jay-Z, I got the latest.
yeah, everything.
Okay.
I had everything. I was just selling for peanuts. I just wanted money. I'm a hustler, innit?
No, I respect that.
I've worked.
Many artists wouldn't, but
Yeah, I've worked from I was a kid, innit? So all I know, even when my parents were here, I know how to make a penny into £1,000. I've always been that sort of person. So
them kind of turnovers, they need to help me.
I thought it was a penny to a pound. It's a penny to 1,000.
no, real talk.
Sounds good. How do we do some business?
Real talk. So going from that, and obviously, one of my aunties, she was a DJ as well. She's can't I just and people started asking me for compilations. Take this song from there and put there and I'm thinking. I remember doing a CD for someone and it was this song from that rhythm, 2 of them on that one, 2 from that rhythm, 2. And I'm thinking, it makes sense if I just learn how to mix. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It makes sense if I just learn how to mix. So I started messing about. So my story is a bit of the reverse from everyone else's. So I started messing about and I have a desktop computer at the time. So I downloaded Virtual DJ. So I'm there And I made them, and it sounded, well, perfect enough for me at the time. Cool, fast forward to that. So I started making my own CDs for people, but it was good enough to get out there. And they're clanging on that, because obviously I just press and sync. And started doing that. I'm at work, I get a phone call at work, my brother's just passed away. I'm broken. I've gone to the manager, asked for the time off, he said no. I've literally went back to work, came back again, I said, look, this is not something I'll mess about with, you know. I don't talk about like that towards family. He says, my big brother, I just got the phone. I'm in tears at work, you know what I mean? I'm at the till in tears. My man said, I'm not going to swear, but he said, you know, my effing cat died last week and I came to work and I lost it. And anybody that knows me, I'm calm, but I don't mess about. And I literally dragged the guy out of his chair, put him against the wall, and I said, look, you don't disrespect my family like that. I said, you know what, took off the lanyard, dashed at him, went straight to Brixton, to Sackville at the time, booked my flight for like 6 months, and I just went to Jamaica. I literally packed a rucksack and just went to help my mum and dad. My dad was, so literally for me at the time, my big brother, my dad and my granddad were all sick at the same time. So it was a hard one. And I'm trying to, I could have easily stayed, but I said, no, my dad done too much in this country for me to just quit. So I told myself, let me come back to England and just like, I wrote a little plan down. I had a BlackBerry at the time, bottle bold. I wrote a little plan down on my phone. And as I was leaving, I didn't have no money. I'm coming back with no money. I don't know what, I didn't even tell my mum I quit the job. I didn't know what I was gonna do. And my dad was on his way out at the time. And he gave me a bank card and he said, whatever's left in the account, in that account, he said, your mum don't know about it, take it, but just make sure it carries you.
Damn man there, you know, he's got a secret account from his woman.
Literally.
He's got, that again, you know.
Literally. I give you a joke about that. 5 years after my dad died, my mum phoned me and said, Ricky, the bank's just called me. They're just saying, we need to release funds to you from your husband. And I was like, what? He died a couple of years ago. And say, yeah, but he put something away so that if we did go crazy with what he left 5 years after he dies, there's more to come. So that's the kind of how his brain was. That's why. So anyone that knows me, and now you understand why I think 10, 20 steps ahead. I always have a plan B, C, D, E.
So, okay, with the bank card now, yeah? You don't have to tell us, but you can tell us if you want. Yeah? What are you saying? What kind of figures we talking? And how old are you when you?
Just before I turned 18.
So you're 8, so you're 17. Dad's giving you this card.
Yeah.
Like he said, look, son.
I'm nice.
You're nice.
I'm not saying what, but I'm nice.
But you're nice.
You're nice.
Yeah, I'm nice.
Did you buy decks?
I'm getting to the story. I'm getting to the
I
story.
feel he's nice, bro. Man.
No, I just want to know, like, you know, like, okay, so you could buy decks.
So I came back.
You buy a mixer.
So I came
Buy one a week for 5 years.
You buy a house.
So I came back and I was like, Chad, you know what? All I could think about is what my dad was saying. I went to the shop on MCQ on Wolf Road, the DJ shop. I went and bought a little controller thing and a laptop. And I said, let me just...
She was nice. You buy a laptop and a controller one time. Okay.
Yeah. And I thought, let me just... I didn't even scratch it.
Okay.
So I thought,
it's still good. Okay.
I thought, let me just... And I sat in the house. I ain't got no job. I sat in the house every day. And I remember... So a couple weekends after, I went out with my CD. I made a Funky House CD. And anyone that knows from, 07, 8 to 10, Funky House them days, the bangers... only certain man had them. So what I used to do, what I taught myself how to do, when I used to listen to, Salute, Squality, Perempe, all them man, I'll listen to their mix CDs and I'll edit them and I'll cut off the beginning and cut off the end and then mix it. So I learned to mix off beat.
Man
got the intro. Man ain't got to start. He's
the rhythm.
Literally.
Man said, all right, cool. They're not talking. They're not MCing. 45 seconds. I've got a 45 seconds.
Literally. How man used to. That's what I learned to do. So I learned to mix off beat. Do you know what I mean? fade in, and then mix, and then do you know what I mean? So I went out, bro.
No, I rate that. I rate that. He said, I want the song, I can't get it. So you know what I'm gonna do?
Man has heard some of the maddest stories on this podcast.
Yeah.
But you see, taking a part of the song.
Yeah, that's mad.
I think that might top. I think that might top.
Because you're taking off a mix. Remember the tune that you're now ripping, is being played faster. It's everything is different.
Everything is different.
You never know what the beginning sounds
You
like.
have to remember, all of them guys, they had their links. They don't know me. They don't know me at all.
Yeah.
So literally, imagine just before I went to Jamaica, actually, I met Scholar T. Salute, Scott, bro, wherever you are, salute. I met Scholar T, and I asked him a few questions because he gave me a CD. I think it was Scholar at Work. Was it 5 or 6 or something? He gave it to me. I think that was my first love for Funky House. Even though I obviously grew up reggae dancehall, that was my first love for Funky House. And I asked him, I basically said, I want in, how do I get in? And Scholar said to me, he said, bro, unfortunately, I'll never forget what he said. He said, remember, this is the first DJ I'm meeting, you know? It's the first DJ I've met.
What did he say?
Like, I wasn't a person that knew a bag of DJs, or I didn't have no one around me at that time. Scholar said to me, unfortunately, bro, this business, sometimes it's not how good you are, it's who you know.
Oh, that's a fact.
And
that's still a fact to today.
Yeah. And it burnt. And I told myself there and then, I'm done.
So he didn't even help you.
No, but
you don't want me like that.
no, but that was the realest.
That is the game, though.
That carries
it's the harsh reality. Yeah. And you learned that lesson early.
Yeah. Scholar said that to me, and I said, "Raw, cool." So now I've gone to Broccoli. One weekend I've gone out with my CDs, but I've just gone out with my mixes, hip hop ones and funky house ones, and I've gone in a barber shop. DJ Steve Austin. His name is, an older house DJ.
Steve Austin, ain't that a wrestler?
Ain't that Chris?
I think his name.
Chris Cut.
Yeah.
That's Chris. Yeah. Chris Cuts. He's a barber, but he's a DJ.
Yeah, okay. I gave my CD to him.
Yeah, he's wrestler though. Yeah.
I gave my not the same guy. Bro. I gave my CD to him.
Crushing cans in the barber shop.
I gave my CD to him. Yeah. And he said, bro, I'm a DJ as well. My name's Steve Austin, but I'm gonna listen to it. Come back next week. I said, cool. Obviously, like I said, I don't know. And then I met Maestro, who's now a producer, Maestro.
Yeah, Maestro, yeah.
And Maestro's Maestro's the best thing I ever heard at the time. Maestro's sick. Like, when I saw that he's producing now, when I finally added him back on Instagram, I was just happy. I was like, didn't make sense. Because Maestro will make a beat with the microphone and this, and then it will sound mad, and then he will spit over it. Like, Maestro is the sickest. And I got little tips from Maestro. I went back to Steve Austin. Steve Austin said, bro, your mix is tight, but it needs to be tighter. He said it needs to be tighter. And I'm like, bro, like, and you have to remember,
I've got a 34-second song. I'm doing the best I can.
Exactly. And you have to remember, it's not like now where people will make a mistake in a mix CD and they'll just cut and edit it out. Yeah. To this day, I press record, I mix, I add sound effects same time and press stop and then put it out. I don't do cut and it. I don't, because I don't know how to. So I don't do none of that. And I was hurt. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurt. But I thought, do you know what? That's only gonna make me better. Like, anyone that knows me know I can do a million different things. Like, and it's because, you know, growing up, I was that kid. I can't do it. And I was a brat. I can't do it. Throw the pen and paper. I can't do it. My mum say, stop saying you can't. Stop saying you can't. So I kind of took it from that. So I'm remembering, I'm here by myself now. Do you know what I mean? Whatever time I leave the house, it's down to me. So. Literally, it felt like there was a cloud over my head at one point, and then I said, I'm gonna push through. I just sat in the house, and then as I started getting bookings now, I done a first booking in Tottenham, and they just wanted me for a funky house set. But because I had made so many cue points on the virtual DJ of where the song, and I even know these song names. I've got track 1, track 2, do you know what I did? Like, I've got track 1 vocal, track 2 heavy bass. I've made up my own titles. Honest to God, I made up my own titles. So people.
I want to play heavy bass.
but I
You know the person comes up, excuse me, what's the name of that track? Heavy bass.
Track one, heavy bass.
Who's it by? Track what?
literally at the time. That's when I got closer with Maestro, started getting tracks from Maestro, and then that's when they MB Funky put on the ukfunky.com. So you know the tracks releasing on there.
Okay,
do you know what I mean? So it got a bit more. I was like, cool. My second booking was a wedding. You have to remember,
I feel like people. You know what? Sorry to say this here, but you see the people that book DJs for their wedding, yeah, that have just become DJs, yeah. They are gambling with their biggest day.
Yeah.
They're gambling with their biggest day. If the man books you, he's gambling his actual marriage.
Oh man.
Yeah, of course.
And if the girl books you,
On our special day.
Yeah.
On our special day. That's it.
So I'll give you the joke. My laptop. I never forget. I had an argument in the house with my ex, and my ex walked through the kitchen door, and she bumped the sofa. And you know when you got like two sofa arms together, my laptop was there. My laptop dropped off, smashed. One of the arms holding the screen smashed. So you lift it up and it just falls down. I got another laptop before then, but all the music is still on. So so the weddings come, and I'm still trying to transfer music. Thankfully, in the hall there was a piano. So my table's here, I've got piano there. Obviously the piano, when it's closed, is shaped like that. Yeah. So I've had the broken laptop leaning there, and my new laptop here. I didn't know nothing about sound. I literally just scrolled Instagram and Facebook at the time, and I found Bobby Digital. Salute Bobby. And Bobby had sound, and I even know, and this isn't active sound, this is passive sound. I don't know what I'm doing. This big amp box. I've got cabs here and there, and I'm literally, thankfully there was a guy in the thing that was helping set up. He delivered the tables and chairs. He said, I got the same amps. And he just, I said, bro, dude, I put money in his hand and said, just fix it. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is how to press play on the computer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know nothing. So I'm doing, long story short, I killed the wedding, and I was so focused because I never done a wedding before. That's my second booking my whole life. So I've literally just had my head in the laptop the whole night. And my ex came up to me. She was like, "Look up." I look up. All 400 people's dancing, and you know, like some weddings where they clear some of the chairs, and leave the tables at the back so they give it a little dance floor. They cleared every table and chair. So if you're not banging,
you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. The whole wedding was alive the whole night, and I was like, oh my days, I'm continuing this. So after that now, obviously...
So the wedding, if it went good, you're going to be a DJ. If it went bad, I'm going to fix cars. And break into the feds. Okay, I see.
So literally, after that now, I'm like, cool. I went back to Bobby, dropped him his money, and he was like, how did it go? And Bobby's got a different kind of confidence. Like, Bobby was like, oh man, you know what you're doing, man. I'm thinking, bro, I don't. If you only know, bro, I thought your amps were going to blow up. I didn't know anything. At that point, I didn't know anything. So after that, I told myself, I'm studying. Anything to do with DJing. That's why I'm so technical now.
Okay.
Anything to do with DJing. If it's a microphone, as I come in here, my eyes are looking at everything. I know what every camera is. Just so that I know for myself. I do that to this day. So after that, I sat on YouTube and I studied. I knew how to learn CDJs and vinyls before I even owned them. So because I learned on that, so after now I'm doing a couple of bookings. And people are trying to mug me because remember, controllers weren't accepted them days. Every man was on CDJ, and even club owners were upset when I unplugged their CDJ, and they were looking at me.
No, but you know what? I've been through that because you know the worst thing back in the day because the controllers weren't good, innit? If you look at the controllers now, a controller is just as good. The spec is high, the quality, the output.
It wasn't like that.
But they weren't like that. They were like that. And what you used to do, yeah. And why? Because obviously that was your start. They put the fucking controller on a deck.
I didn't do that.
Put the controller on a mixer. And you're like, man's got his big Nexus mixer. And bam, fucking controller on the mixer. I'm like, brother, What are you doing?
So what
So that's why you get looked down upon. I guess.
the joke is, I wasn't even using a controller. I was using a USB mixer. So I have one channel plugged. I had one channel. Literally, it was a little blue mixer. I've still got it. I'll send you a picture. I've still got it. I have one channel through the USB for the left deck and jack for the right channel. So I'm literally using the keyboard and then using the crossfader. And that's how I used to mix. And I've shut down places. I shut down big venues with that over the years. And so the maddest thing, people are starting to look at me like, this, like to the point where guys are like, oh, do you need to lower the volume for you now so you can plug in and stop the wires? So I started taking offense to that. So I said, you know what? I'm not that, like, I had to tell myself, this is music. Like, don't, because I was so quick, just come outside. When
Man said, do you want some help with the volume? What, you want to fight, bro?
Literally, I took it personal. I took it really personal, and people stopped booking me because I got so angry. Like, I know, you see me when I know I'm. You see me.
Rickstar, I'm just gonna say, yeah, fam. To this point, yeah, you sound like, you know. Have you ever seen them shows, yeah, when, like, everything's going wrong, but the you ain't dying. He's like a cartoon. Like, he's walking, everything's fucking up, but he's just not dying. Do you get what I'm saying?
Everything blowing up behind.
Yeah. And just as you pass it blows up.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
So literally, so I said, you know what? I need decks. That's what I told myself. I said I need decks, and I went and bought CD decks.
Can I ask? Was
the same
that school
card?
for the card?
Yeah.
Bro, you know what? I'm alright.
Okay.
Listen.
Salute.
Rest in peace to your pops, yeah? But your dad is making me feel inadequate as a dad.
No,
As a dad right now,
Yeah.
because I'm a dad to 4,
What
I can't give a card.
What am I leaving?
I can't give an everlasting card to any of the kids yet. Do you get what I'm saying? And that sounds like you had an everlasting card.
Infinity, you know?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, I'm only gonna say this. When my mum found out later on that he gave me that card, she's vexed with me to this day.
You got the most out
You
of
got the
it.
big card. You got the big card.
Excuse me. So I bought decks, and I said to myself, I didn't want to bring them out because I've always loved the portability, like with controllers now. That's me all day because I love I can just plug in and I'm an army anywhere I go. So I had them in the house. I practiced. I practiced until I got it, and second I got it sharp, I sold them.
Oh,
So imagine
That's a
now.
different one still.
So imagine now.
Did you see that before?
Literally. So
I didn't
imagine.
see that coming.
Literally. So I've got big CD bags.
Bought a car, learned to drive. As soon as I passed my test, I sold it. What the fuck?
So do you know what I've done? So I'll give you the joke now. So I've still got. The other day I went pirate with my CD bags. It's on my Insta just to prove a point because I know people think. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to mix like that. So I've gone to a booking now and this DJ. I never forget him. I'm not saying his name, but
Say it, man.
No, I'm not saying his name.
Wait,
He's
go on.
an
Let's
idiot.
say the
I'm not
story
saying-
first,
I'm
then
not-
we'll see.
If you didn't say the idiot bit, you could have said it.
No way, LJ, you got the thing in it.
So I've gone to a booking now, and I'm using my controller. I've set up my controller, and he's gone. Oh, you want to lower the volume, and he's using CDJs and a mixer. Want to lower the volume? He said, no, it's cool. So I plugged my headphones into the mixer, and I press play on my thing, and I just pitch bend on whatever on the deck. And he was like, and then I mixed it into my controller, and he was like, I said, yeah, you prick. I do know how to mix. I do know how to mix what?
So now you want to fight again.
Because when
That's the warring DJ.
The thing is, I'm gonna be honest. But I don't know how old you were when I met you, yeah. But you were a youngster.
I was young. I was like 24.
And I thought, this is such a nice guy. You know, like.
But I am.
Such a nice guy. Like, I've always had time for him. He's always been respectful.
I am.
I didn't know he was some UFC wanna fight everybody guy. I didn't know he was Conor
Mike
McGregor.
Tyson, Conor McGregor,
I didn't know.
Mayweather mixed in one.
Okay, going back. Okay, you see what you just said.
Conor
So my
Mayweather.
dad, as I described my dad, my mum and dad, complete opposite. My dad's a warrior, innit? My dad is about 3 foot tall, weighs 5 stone. But like where we grew up in Jamaica, he's feared, innit? I'm gonna keep it real. Our family is the biggest family in the area, so he's feared. Like I tell you a story, and this is what his brother told me after my dad's brother told me after he died. He said when my dad got with my sis, tried to get with my sister's mum. He went to the house and she's got like 5 brothers. You know, normal thing. You ain't coming near our sister, rare. My uncle said your dad went home, picked up his pistol, and come back and said, "Yeah, I'm taking out your sister." And then they all said, "Go on." So understand the energy.
You say you have to kill me, you know.
So but you understand the energy in it.
Yeah.
So
C6 died for that. You know?
I'm dead and then she's on a date anyway.
so like most people, like most normal parents, like my mum would say, or most people's mum would say, you know, you go to school, you don't get into anything. If someone hits you, then you hit them back.
Yeah.
My dad used to say, the second there's an argument, you put them down. That's what my dad used to tell me. And because I was a brat from young, so I've always done martial arts. From I was a kid, I'm 12 years in martial arts. Do you know what I mean? So from now him sending me to learn how to fight, and I'm always generally the smaller person, I'm not scared now. So you're literally arming me to say cool. And I remember my parents are in Jamaica, so I need money.
Yeah. No, but listen, I think you're misunderstanding me. None of these guys want to fight you. You want to fight them, though.
Let me tell you, we have to make the deck 1, deck 2. I don't know. Championship fight thing, like
Fight club.
Yeah, fight club.
What's on the fight club?
Yeah.
You don't talk about fight club.
Okay, sorry.
So going back to bookings now. So I'm doing well, and then salute Iron Man. DJ Iron Man is another one of the people that booked me early, as well as Maestro booking me for Thai Soaps, and I killed it. Like I done my thing, and then seeing how I kind of got put off, seeing how other DJs played, and I was thinking, because I'm a person, I'll tell you if I can do something or not. But at the same time, if I can't do it, don't mean I can't try it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm good at. And I also know what I'm not good at. And I'll never, I can do that for you. And I have no idea. I'm not that person. But if I can do it, trust me, I can do it. Do you know what I mean? And seeing how other DJs played, I was like, I've done a few other bookings and I was like, is this worth my time, Car? You have to remember, I need bread, innit? My mum and dad's in Jamaica. There's no one at home when I go home, and bills need to be paid. I need bread. So I started getting private parties and weddings. So I just stuck to that. That's why when I told you, I said my story is a bit different, because I started, my prime time was doing weddings for people, because I know I could make a killing off a wedding. Like, I had an argument with one DJ once. He's laughing and joking because his name was on 10 flyers a month or whatever. And I used to say to him, man, but 2 of my bookings is all of yours for the month. Do you know what I mean? In terms of money, because he was trying to do the whole rude thing in front of people. And I said, but I'm nice. Like,
you know what?
I'm not saying his name because he's.
But you know what? Yeah, obviously it's a funny argument, innit? It's had often behind closed doors, innit? Like that. Obviously the DJ that gets a lot of bookings on the scene
versus private
versus private DJ. Obviously the private DJ, they win monetarily.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm not saying majority of the time they win monetarily.
That's
as in you know they're gonna get a lot more money. But obviously the DJ on more flyers wins notoriety.
It's about the satisfaction and what you're trying to achieve. So what I would say to any DJ, whatever your most comfortable setting, you work with that. Like, when we would blaze it up, me and Houdini blaze it up. We've got enough private bookings. We've got our own sound. We're doing private bookings, weddings, christenings, and then we've got the raves. I'm into all of it.
Yeah. You want it all?
I want it all.
Yeah.
But he's like, we go to a dance, he's like, say like we play a set. Let's say we do 12 to 1. I'm staying in the dance. Dance finishes at 4. I leave about 3:30. 1:15. Houdini's on blood. So private bookings suit him more. He ain't trying to be in the club too late. Do you get what I'm saying? So his success will come from getting the bookings, the private bookings, the all-day wedding, the all-day christening, shelled it down, made money, in bed by midnight.
Yeah.
I want to do that, and then when I leave there, I want to go drop off the stuff to the lockup, and then get changed, and then I'm going to the dance.
That was me.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
And then there's some man who ain't trying to stand up in the wedding for love nor money, no matter how much you pay me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stand up in the wedding all day, playing Agadoo.
But I saw it as okay. The rave community don't know me, but the strangers hiring me and they're paying me. And this is back then. I was getting. This is 2009, 2010. I'm getting good money, like that. People I know now ain't charging that for weddings, and I'm getting great money. And I'm thinking, right, no one don't know me, and I'm leaving nice, and I'm still trying to squeeze in a yard dance here and there, because I had a few family members that were DJs, so it kind of like distant for like uncles and aunties, so it was easier for me to get a set like that. But I just knew it weren't much money, and like my main concern, as much as I love music, my main concern was money. I need to come home with something, and that's why I started doing. But because I knew my skill, that's why I started doing them parties once a year where it was me all night. Okay. Because I know from
What are they called?
It was AWR.
AWR.
Yeah, it was audience with Rickstar. And it's funny. I've just spoke to a venue. I'm about to start it back for August.
And you got most of your clientele came from people that saw you at weddings.
Yeah.
And
all of them came from weddings and private parties. All of them. And it was different because it was like when I did that party, it wasn't ravers that are going in the dance every minute.
Occasional.
It was people, raw, you're playing, I'm coming because it's you. Do you know what I mean?
All right, let me ask you, how do we know each other? Because clearly, I don't know none of this madness that you're talking. I don't know none of I've never been to the wedding, but I just known you from you. So how did we meet?
We met from radio.
Was you on WOW?
Yeah, I joined WOW. There was a meeting. Yeah. And I can't remember who. Someone messaged me about it, and I said, "Cool." I think that where was it? Heather Green at the time. Yeah, and I said, "Cool." And that's the first time.
Or somewhere like that. Yeah, allegedly.
That's the first time I met everybody. That's the first time I didn't know anybody in there. Yeah. Apart from Special K. Yeah. Okay, Special K's, yes. Special K's dad and my mum are like best friends in Jamaica. Yeah. Okay. So do you know what I mean? I've always known him. Known him.
Yes, that was the link. Special K was your
yeah. Because even if I didn't know him, he knew me. Do you know what I mean? I knew him and Vibes. I met Vibes once.
Yeah, Vibes. You know Vibes, muscle man.
Yeah. Of course. That's like family to me. He's none of my
Yeah, I met Vibes. I can't remember where I met Vibes, but I knew Vibes from before.
Okay, so that's the link. Because as you're talking, I'm saying, I thought it was war. I said war at the beginning, innit? But then when you start talking about your UFC,
like
I don't recognize.
I don't remember where I met him, but I know
it was from there as well. Because you was in there with
Cosmic.
You came with Cosmic. Yeah, you was in there with Cosmic.
That means you were there because you were brief. You were there for a moment.
Yeah, we weren't for radio.
2 weeks. No, you definitely weren't for it.
We done it.
Let's keep it true. The buzz that Cosmic and Fats were having didn't transpire to radio. You know, like some people, like Heartless, yeah? Their radio show is almost like they're on stage, innit? They can just transcend to radio, but then there's some people that are fantastic on radio. You put them in a dance, it's like, what are you doing here? And I think you guys were the opposite. Like in raves, you were shutting it down, and on radio, it just didn't come across. Maybe eventually, but at WOW, those first couple of weeks, you lot was signed. I remember we was in a meeting and they were like, "We got some youths that you lot was signed with." It's like I'm not really a football man, but yeah, we right now Arsenal have just got these 2 French internationals, Mbappe and whoever, and you got Mbappe and Lewandowski, or whatever they called. You lot have come over and scored 2 own goals. Like, so what the fuck?
And I give you a joke. That meeting, obviously, I'm the odd one. I've always felt like I'm the odd one out. So I'm the odd one in my mind. I'm the odd one out in the meeting because majority of these people in there and all you lot do raves, innit? And when Berg was doing the thing of signing everyone's name and saying what you play, Cosmic said to me, Cosmic said, what did he say? He was like, I play everything. I done a wedding last week. I was playing, funky and I don't know, rock and roll or whatever it was he said. And And I felt like, remember at that point, I've been DJing for a few years, and no one don't know me, and I felt like, bro, okay. So when it came to me now, I was like, but I liked the confidence. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't have that in DJing. I was just like, I played. Where's my money? And that's what kind of threw me off, because people stopped booking me because of my ignorance. Because I want my bread, and in the end, I remember I got arrested for it one time because
what the fuck is happening there?
Well, God, let me hear this. Go.
So I played out. Yeah, I've still taken the odd rave here and there. I played out the of New Year's Eve. I've done the prime. I've done 12 till 1. So I've done the opening. Gone to the promoter, asked for money. He swore at me, told me to get out of the club. Bear in mind, New Year's Eve, people are charging double, people are charging triple, and the dance was rammed. There's no reason.
Sorry to cut you said, can I get paid for the work I just done? And he said, fuck off, get out of the club.
Yeah.
No, bro, you're missing something, bro. You sound like...
What was this like a well-known promoter? Was this like any promoter?
Just like any promoter, just done the dance.
Okay, so he might have just been swindling, man.
Yeah, and I thought, and I was with
his enemies.
So what,
I can't pay because my enemies are coming.
What happened next, Rickstar? Because you said you got arrested.
Yeah, go on.
So,
sorry to cut you. I don't want no smoke, by the way. I'm just saying, I just realized I'm fucking chatting to Conor
you
McGregor.
got arms and I'm tiny, I'm so frail.
I heard man say 12 years, something about, I don't know, the one after the black belt. I don't know what colour, multi-colour belt or
I've got a
something.
platinum belt. I'm not trying to fuck with him. Yeah, go on.
So what happened? So I've gone, and I'm with. When it was weddings, I'd go by myself. But when it was like little things like that, especially New Year's Eve and areas I'm not familiar with. So remember where I grew up in Peckham, like it was real. Do you know what I mean? Go to like, remember my first booking was in Tottenham. I've gone with something on me just in case. I've never been to this area in my life. I've never even been on the tube at that point in my life.
Going up to the wedding with a shank.
No, not a wedding, but to the rave. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine? Like even times when I've done parties around, I used to have something or a screwdriver in the hole at the bottom of my speaker. Because I've been in situations where,
Man was
what you're not gonna play that tune? Man's taking your laptop. I've been in them situations.
Okay. I hear you.
So
No, that's happened.
do you know what I mean? I've been in them.
I've seen them things, but I'm not yet. Again, I'm that's never happened.
Well, that's different eras, isn't it?
Yeah. No, but them things were happening to people in my area.
I'm just saying.
But obviously, you know, it's nothing all for frightened kind of thing.
And all of these times, I'm thinking, shall I keep doing this?
I got my shank in my speaker as well, motherfucker. You think he's the only one with a screwdriver in his speaker? I got a screwdriver and a Stanley knife in my speaker.
So literally, the guy, and I was like, and I've gone with a friend that's hood. Do you know what I mean? I can't even sugarcoat it. He's hood, road to road. That's him. And I've gone, and he's looked at me and gone, go get your money. Go get your money now. Like talking to me like so I've gone to find this guy. I'm like, yo, bro, like, where's my money? Did you hear what I said? Oh, what are you still in there for? And he's making a scene like I've done something wrong. And I've gone, all right, cool. So I've just gone to the girl on the door with the little blue tin thing with the cat. I just dragged it out of her hand and took out my money. My man's come flying. I just put him down. I've put him down.
That sounds like a professional martial art man. No one says I put him down unless you're a professional. Because he's like, I punched him.
Yeah.
Man saying I put him down.
Listen, 12 years.
Yeah,
12
I
years.
put him down. Yeah, go on.
12 years.
No, them tiny thing. Man, just touch him here.
That's exactly what it is. Put him down. Security. I'm not arguing. You see me. One thing I'll say. I'm not a bully, and I'll never put my hands on someone if I know they can't defend themselves. That's the thing. I remember, I'm a licensed fighter. It's different. If I go like that, I can get. I can get locked up for it.
I'm gonna fucking get you arrested. Bro.
So literally, I've done that. Security picked me up, flung me outside with my cousin. I'm not arguing with security. Do you know what I mean? I'm not arguing with security. They're doing their job. Put me outside. Police are patrolling the area as it's New Year's Eve. They didn't even question it. Picked me up, flung me in the cell. Wow. The funny thing was, obviously, I get my phone call or whatever. I phoned my friend I was with. I said, look, these days, we were doing madness, so we always remember numbers that we need to remember. And I phoned him. I said, look, I know the boy lives on this road. Shake him up. Get me out of here. Don't let him press charges. Hung up. About 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. This is New Year's Day now. This is New Year's Day 2011, I think it is. They let me go. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Like, what happened? I've come out, I'll never forget this. I've come out and I'm thinking, Dave just gave me my stuff, gave me my DJ bag, come out. And then my boy is sitting across the road in the car. I've got in the car. I'm like, what did you do? What did you do? Did you do what I said? He said, yeah, relax, man, relax. And he threw me like a wad, it was scattered everywhere, of notes. And I said, what did you do? I know you didn't just shake one up. What did you do? My boy, he's going to see this and laugh, actually. He kicked off the man's door, put something to his head, and made them phone the police station, drop the charges. And he took every penny he made that night and gave it to me. So instead of just paying me my, what did it?
£100.
Yeah, £100 or 150, whatever it was. He lost like 4-something grand. So he took everything and gave it to me, and I was like,
you got a good friend. I'd give you 200.
Listen, how much was you booked for?
To peel off, I'll double you up, man.
But the thing is, like, things like that, like, it sounds like I'm a madman, but like, this is why I kind of always stayed away from rape. Like, even with club owners, I've had it with club owners. Like,
can I just say something? I've never had any problem with anybody. No promoters, no other DJs.
Never.
No, not to the point where we've had a few words, you know, but the person I am, I don't really get a lot of. I've had a lot of shit said behind my back, and I've heard it, but never really had no confrontation. But you've had a lot, so I'm thinking it's you, bro.
it's me.
I think, listen, they've got to look at the common denominator, bro. The common denominator is you keep having smoke. I don't know if, I think you might take the money thing, get the fuck out of the club.
Yeah,
that's different.
madness.
But I think you might take things too personal, too quick.
And you know why it is? I'll tell you exactly why it is. You see when I used to stand up and DJ in weddings, and I've played before, I've played 12, I've played 15 hours before, like, and I don't repeat a song. I play every, like, I care, when I care. People used to say I play with too much care. Like, even now, if I'm playing dance when I'm juggling, if you ever listen to a set or how I play, I've put them songs in that order for a reason. I'm not just messing, like, I care too much, so I take it very personal. Like, I take it, like, when I used to do my martial art, and most people go 1 or 2 days after school or whatever class, I was there 3-4 days a week. I take things, if I go to learn something, I
put it all into it. But what I think is, yeah, because this is a game that you got to be quite thick-skinned, isn't it? And it's like consistency is what gets you through, innit?
No, of course.
So I've known you for years. Other than you coming on the One Deck Two DJ battle, multi-genre DJ battle, which you fucked up, by the way. Like, you did your thing. We haven't really worked together, but our friendship, our musical friendship, has remained solid.
Yeah.
But if I had booked you, it could have gone left because you know why I say it could have gone left, because alright, say if I booked you to do something, I'm a very outspoken person. Everyone who knows me knows I'm very outspoken. So I might have said something to you in the heat of the moment, or you might have done something and I might have said something. My point is, sometimes you have to just know that not everything needs to be reacted with smoke.
No, but I get that, and like, I want to say it again, like, I'm not a bro, honest to hand on heart, I've never been, anyone that's watched this will see, I've never been that person to just go wild.
No, I don't think you're a bully. Don't get me wrong. But I feel you might be, because look, I think you're very talented, innit? So even your story is interesting, very interesting. But I think you're a very good DJ. For what I've heard, I think you're very good. I've heard other people speak about you. The people that I rate you, which means that I rate you based on their recommendation. You get what I'm saying? And you've always been solid with me. Mixed CDs are good, whatever. So boom. I think you could have got a little bit further if you didn't allow some stumbling blocks to be in your way.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? Listen, my brother is a person that takes things to heart. Sometimes I say, yo, bro, what I want?
Why you say it like that?
What you say it like that for? Like, what do you mean? What? Say, bro,
I get it. I get
Like,
it.
Saying wild
I get it.
So it makes people don't even want to say what I want to him. That's
I
the
get it.
facts.
I get
Sometimes you see him and you think,
Not today.
not today, bro.
And you have to, for me, you have to remember, for example, so when I said I started when my big brother died, properly, I started 2010. My dad passed 2012, and then my granddad 2013. Like there was a lot of madness along the way. So music.
I remember
was
we
my-
spoke about some other stuff you're
music,
telling me about.
Yeah, music was my, like, when I got past the, money's good now, let me just do this, it just felt like it was my release. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is how I'm letting out my frustration. So I took it a bit too much to heart, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's mad.
But no, I get it. And then literally, after I kind of slowed down. So now where I am, I kind of slowed down on the wedding stuff, and I just started doing my own events again.
Okay.
I thought, like you said, the event before, my venue's booked for the end of August. It will be the same party again, as well as Dancehall Overload is mine.
Okay.
We sold out. We completely sold out the first one, even though people said I couldn't do it because people still. It's funny because people still don't know me, even though they know me. If that makes sense. Like some DJs came up to me the other day. I saw you juggling like mad on someone's live. When did you start DJing? Like, and I was like, bro, I've been here. Do you know what I mean? I can juggle my. Do you know what I mean? But people just don't know. But this year is like a rebirth for me. Like me and my partner sat down and said, let's
Business partner or girlfriend partner?
girlfriend and partner, partner, yeah. So let's map things out and
Sick.
and yeah, I'm coming back harder than like. And you saw everyone that knows, they saw the promo for Dancehall Overload. I had flags made, had a girl with fire dancing in the street, all sorts of.
All right, so Rickstar, we ain't got a long left. What I want to say is this: 2022 version of Rickstar. I didn't even know all of this. I want you to live up to your full potential.
No,
So as a big brother talking to you, yeah,
respect me.
anything that happens in the game, charge it to the game. Don't take any violations, but don't take everything as a violation. Yeah. Pick sense out of nonsense. What I'm saying.
No, I get it.
Don't don't let nobody violate you, but don't take everything as a violation. Some things are just a part of the game. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't take disrespect or bad up, but there's things that I don't like that I have to take because it's just a part of the game. You understand? And I do think that your talent will shine through, but I don't want you to block your own blessing by being short-tempered. Do you get what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how much people actually know you and respect you, as opposed to who wants to take the piss. I've heard you a couple of times say, they didn't think I could, they don't believe I can. You're focusing on the wrong people. Do you see what I'm saying? You're focusing on the wrong people. You've been putting on dances on your own since 2011 or whatever, and the people have been coming out for you. Focus on them people. Don't focus on anyone who don't think you can do it. Then fuck them. They don't exist to you. You get what I'm saying? Change that, and I think you'll live up to a much greater potential. You've got something special. I've always said it. And when we spoke about, when we did the battle and you came, you brought energy, fire, a complete different vibe. You brought.
He was the first man to speak on the mic.
The first, yeah,
like all them things.
He
You know what
brought
I'm
a
saying?
complete
That
different
was-
energy.
And for me, I didn't want to do it, because like I said, I've always felt so people don't know me or whatever. It was my missus said, just go on there, whether you win or lose, just go on there, so you remind people that you're still here.
Yeah.
So that like you saw my face when I came out, I was over the moon that them two, because I knew how it. Remember I said to you, I knew how it was gonna map out, and I wanted either one of us three near the end. I knew, and
Yeah, the team was solid. Who was it? You, Lene, and
Flexi. And to this day,
the first one was actually the best.
yeah, I know, and
First one was
no
close.
matter how many times you do the clash, no one ain't gonna beat Flexi.
Oh yeah, man, well, I would have in my younger years. But chill on.
Like I said to Flexi that night when he won, me and Mrs. was at his house with his family watching.
Yeah.
And I said, when Flexi came in, I said to Flexi, I said, little bro, if they go back with a 2-on-2 thing, whatever, I said, I will pay you and I'll mic for you.
Well, we're gonna wrap up like this because
we were talking.
There's talks.
Yeah, and
there's talks.
Fats was saying something very similar to what you was just saying.
There's
The
talks.
only thing with me, Salute and Pure Vibes and thingy, Drama and
Fully equipped.
when they done that. But I can't go into that because I can't take them kind of talk.
Why? Bro, you gotta listen. Charge it to the game.
No, I can't,
Bro.
bro. You can't tell me suck your mother and you're walking out. Of
Why,
it.
bro? Why?
You can't.
Listen,
It's the game, though.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If I play, listen, big cartel had a clash with big Movado and said, I fucked your mother.
You're dead.
No, but bro, it's the culture. If you are a Jamaican, you're a Jamaican, you grew up around the sound, it's the culture. I guarantee you, if Tony Mataran tells Firelinks to suck his mother, when they leave, they break more bread and they respect each other's family and they know each other's kids and wives and everything, more than anyone. But the game is the game and the style is the style. The biggest you play Popcorn. Is it Popcorn?
Suck your mother, dog. Yeah.
But the whole crowd. It's just the culture, bro. Do not let something like that take you out of your comfort. Because if I was clashing you, how I understand clashing, I'm telling you the same. I'm gonna do it.
I get it.
And
unless that's put in the rules, not suck your mothers.
But
I'm
I
just
want you
saying.
to understand, if I would never disrespect you like that. As I said, you've been my little brother for years. So if we're having a clash and you're gonna say anything, and I say, "Hey, bro, suck your mother," if you take that as a personal disrespect, then you're deluded, bro. Because I would never step out and diss you.
The way you've both broken it down to me, I've understood it a bit more. Before we leave, I just wanna, you guys, I've been watching you up for years. Salute when you and the rest of them in Peckham used to kill it on Bellenden Road. Mad Fingers with his backward mix. The first people I met, Mad Fingers, Salute, Dean VMV from VMV Sounds from back in the day. That's the one that, and Leon from MSS. Those are the two guys that taught me this wedding thing. Like Dean is on a different. He won't even see this. Dean is on a different level now. He's giving talks in the town hall and all sorts. Like those my
shame. We don't reach people like that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's so. Do you know what I mean? He's in a different space. Maestro as well. These are Mad Fingers. These are the first people that I met that actually extended their arm to me, because we know, like even the other day scrolling through Instagram, I know thousands of people, and the actual DJs or people that have actually put money in my hand, it might be 4 or 5 people. Do you know what I mean? So I have to give them their dumplings. Do you know what I mean?
Give them the dumplings. That's the new thing. And big up Mad Fingers. I got a lot of time for Mad Fingers. Me and Mad Fingers met on Blues FM. We were both. He was the young DJ. He was the young DJ there, and then they recruited me, and I was the next. And me and him had been cool ever since. He's a very, very, very creative brother. He's a bit mad. You get me? But mad by name and mad by nature. But yeah, he's a proper youth, man. I got enough time for Mad Fingers. So big up King SSP. You get me? But Rickstar, as I said, please take that advice, and I do believe
the way you
2022
it to me makes more sense.
2022 will make a big difference.
Listen, this year, just do your thing, innit?
Yeah, charge
look at what
things
you're
to the
doing.
game, and
Have the tunnel vision.
tunnel
You
vision.
get me? That's what it's about.
So let me just plug something.
Yeah, plug, man.
No,
Dancehall Overload, my birthday bash, 29th of April at Hatch.
I got sent that today. Was it today? I got sent that yesterday.
I said,
I got sent it yesterday.
man's doing the dance. Are you gonna sneak into the toilet? Wait for them to.
I got sent that yesterday. So we got
The last Friday in July as well. Hatch again for ladies takeover, Dancehall Overload, and AWR party returns. Me DJing all night, me hosting all night. End of August at Hatch.
We got, man. We got any, you want to give out your ats and your...
At Rickstar_DJ on Instagram. Yeah, find me on Instagram. Like, that's the only place I am.
Rickstar mix. What about your mixes and that?
just Google it and you'll find it.
Like Ting.
Rickstar.
That's it.
Just Google
Mixcloud.com /Rickstar_DJ
Okay.
on everything. Yeah, all my stuff is on Mixcloud, but people don't use Mixcloud, which I don't understand.
Yeah, but
Mixcloud's free.
Yeah, but you give it to the hunters, they will take it in. Yeah. They don't care where it is. They just want to click a link.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll put it at the description below and all of these things. Fats, we'll wrap it up. People, I'm out.
Yeah, man. Big up for watching. Don't forget to make sure you subscribe, like youtube.com /Deck One Deck Two, and make sure you're listening on the SoundCloud, soundcloud.com /Fats Official UK. Big up.